From Portugal to Portland, welcome and welcome back, fellow fans of Clash of Clans. It is your host, Galadon, and it's true, I have a problem. Now, we are going to talk about the fully maxed out $70,000 Town Hall 15 account. Hopefully, you guys get a chance to subscribe as we celebrate Clash's 11th anniversary/birthday, and of course, we do not remove the cakes, which has created the biggest problem in all of Clash of Clans when you don't have room to fit all of your obstacles. So, as we seek those seasonal spawns, we want to make sure we get as many as possible. We don't want to have less than the other guy, right? So, now, part of that is an issue with base design, and I'm going to show you in today's episode just how to be a little bit more efficient about making sure you get the maximum number of spawns. Now, the way the game is set up, you should be able to. Now, the average player will. But if you're an account like mine, you perhaps have gotten to the point where there's just not a lot of space left on your base. You've got a fully maxed out Town Hall 15. You have so many seasonal obstacles. You may have some of those other purchased decorations, and this season it's always a good idea, or any spawning season, it's a good idea to put those away into storage, and I will tell you why in just a moment. Now, of course, right now we're just trying to juggle things around and make a little bit more room, and no, my biggest problem is not a lack of shovels. It would be nice to have more, but it just comes down to not having enough space, and maybe you want to keep only a particular season's obstacles out, like your Christmas trees. Right there, that's my 2014 Christmas tree. Those were gifts that spawned individually, separately from the Santa's surprise. And you can see I've got it kind of organized, right? We have Christmas up at the top. We've got the anniversary alley in the bottom left. I've got Halloween hallway in the bottom right. And we have some open space over here. And this is where I plan to put my 11th anniversary cakes. Let's just hope that 11 don't actually spawn. Now, what is interesting is I got 10 cakes for the 10th anniversary, 9 cakes for the 9th anniversary, but only 6 for the 8th anniversary, and then I got 8 for the 7th anniversary. So please share your experiences down below as we wonder how many will spawn for this 11th birthday/anniversary. It could be 11, but that just feels like a huge number, although maybe not as big as it used to be now that shovels make items storable, right? You could always shove it away and save it for the season. Now, the problem is, like you see here, if you have a base that has a ton of 1x1 or 1x2 spaces, those are areas where a special obstacle decoration doesn't fit and it will not spawn. You can't spawn a gem box or anything else in that area. So what I've done is consolidated all of my buildings, removed my removable decorations, and I'm creating a holiday spawner base with the goal of making sure that as many cakes as possible spawn on my base. Now, you will have friends that have more or fewer new 11th anniversary cakes than you do. That often just has to do with the individual timer. But as I've had it explained to me by the Clash of Clans team, is that each obstacle will attempt to spawn in a random spot, and if you have too many 1x1, 1x2 spaces, you won't have enough open spaces where it can actually successfully spawn, and what could end up happening is by the end of the season, you just don't have as many that have popped up because some have been prevented. Apparently it retries, like it'll retry a certain number of times and try to spawn before it gives up. But each time it retries, you're delaying things a little bit longer, and if you delay enough spawns enough times, then you could actually miss out on a spawn. Now, we, of course, do not miss out on sceneries, packages, skins, and yes, we thanked Justin J for donating Facebook stars to get us those last packages that we just picked up. And of course, we picked up the future scenery because, I mean, okay, this is my favorite scenery. This is definitely my favorite scenery of all time, and they've been killing it, right? The Clash team has been killing it with the different sceneries, but I'm addicted to all things futuristic and space, so I'm happy to have that up there, and I'm just going to keep it on the main account and my other secret Galadon account that you recently found out about, I hope, if you watched the scavenger hunt for gold passes episode of Gold Pass Clash? Okay, and then, of course, we bought more packages. This time, thanks to Kelly Joe, we picked up all of the other packages. We, of course, are going for the full skin sets, although I'll admit, I'm not quite as much of a fan of the skins as I am the scenery. I'm also mystified why a skin is $10 and a scenery is $6.99. I'm not, that just doesn't make sense. Okay, we're ready for Town Hall 16. Anytime they want to bring it along, I'm ready to go to fully max out and to gem to max Town Hall 16. I'm sure you are as well. No? Okay, we've got a ways to wait, right? We have plenty of time to do things like raid in raid weekends. This I had to squeeze into today's video because it was my all-time record, 9,453 capital gold in one raid, and it inspired me to go ahead and try something new, and that was, why not go out and make sure that every single raid for one raid weekend, all 6 raids of mine, are only on clan capitals. We only go after that final phase, and we see how much capital gold we can pick up times 6. My goal for a long time has been to try to break 48,000 capital gold in a raid weekend, and then the long-term goal has been 50,000. It's a little bit ambitious, but I think it could be done. And remember, of course, this really doesn't matter, right? It's completely pointless, but so is most of the game, right? You're just out there to have fun. And if you enjoy a certain aspect of Clash of Clans, you do it. And if you don't, you skip it. But that, for right then, was my biggest ever. Now, you'll notice that as we go back to my base, things are working out okay. We're continuing to... What are we doing here? I'm not... No. Oh, yeah, I forgot. I'm upgrading stuff. Now, this is me talking about the clan just Galadon. This is only Galadon. Nobody else in that clan but me, and we are almost fully maxed out in district halls, right? We made it to clan capital level 10. I was kind of proud of that, so that's why I threw that in there. In the meantime, back at home, you could see that my holiday spawner base is working. We pick up another 11th anniversary cake, and immediately we sock it away. I use a shovel, we put it into storage, and we log off and we wait for another one somewhere in the next 24 hours. But please let me know down in the comments how many cakes you've gotten and how many awesome obstacles you have. Share your base links with me and perhaps I'll visit you. Thank you, Galadon, for sticking around. I don't have time to say anything else, so I will see you back here again tomorrow for more full attacks. Galadon, wait until I've got 17th anniversary cakes. Then you'll see.